What's up guys, Brian here for Good Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Can It Game. Today, we're taking a deeper look at the Meizu mBlu 21, an entry-level smartphone that starts at 3,999. Meizu and Geely have teamed up for a comeback in the Philippines, bringing new devices and refreshed car lineups. So it's interesting to see a budget phone like this hitting the market. Does this low-cost device pack enough punch for gaming? Let's find out. First, let's talk about why the price alone makes the mBlu 21 stand out. At 3,999, you don't expect much in terms of specs. But Meizu has still included features that catch your eye. You'll get a Unisoc T606 processor, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of expandable storage. So at least on paper, it doesn't look too underpowered for casual gaming. The display is a 6.79-inch HD Plus IPS LCD, but what's notable here is the 90Hz refresh rate. That's not common in a phone at this price range. Sure, it's not full HD, but the bump in refresh rate could make daily navigation and higher games feel smoother. There's also a 4,900 mAh battery that should see you through a day of mixed usage. Plus, staples like a headphone jack and a microSD slot for those who want more storage flexibility. No 5G connectivity, but at this cost, that's expected. We run a few benchmarks on the mBlu 21. Numbers are on screen now. Raw scores only tell part of the story. To get a clear idea, we tested popular games by playing each for around 30 minutes, capturing average FPS and surface temperature. We left graphics settings on default since that's what most users would do on a budget phone. It's a fair approach that shows how the phone performs out of the box. First up, Call of Duty Mobile. The mBlu 21 averaged about 57 FPS, while temperature hovered around 40 degrees Celsius. That's remarkably close to the ideal 60 FPS target and feels surprisingly smooth for an entry-level device. Occasionally, you'll see minor dips in heavy combat, but it never tanked the experience. Moving on to Asphalt tonight, it averaged 30 FPS at 38 degrees Celsius. Yes, 30 FPS is lower, but it's still playable. Asphalt games are visually flashy, so we weren't shocked by that lock-in feel. The real challenge came with Genshin Impact, which is known for pushing mobile processors. Here, the mBlu 21 managed around 28 FPS with surface temperature hitting 41 degrees Celsius. The borderline for some gamers, if you're willing to accept a few frame drops, you can still get through most story content. Next is Zen Zone Zero, another demanding game. Was tougher. It averaged 16 FPS at 40 degrees Celsius, which felt choppy during action sequences. you might need to lower settings further or at least be prepared for some lag spikes. Rounding out the test is the ever-popular Mobile Legends, a well-optimized MOBA, which run at around 59 FPS at 39 degrees Celsius, nearly perfect for most casual and ranked matches. So, how do we feel about the mBlu 21 overall? Let's start with the positives. For $3,999, the gaming performance in games like Mobile Legends and Call of Duty is above what you'd typically expect at this tier. Heat management is fairly controlled, it's warm but not scorching. Battery life is respectable. The 4,900 mAh capacity ensures you won't need to hunt for a charger too often, even if you're running a few game sessions throughout the day. The 90Hz refresh rate is also a pleasant surprise, as it lends a smoother feel to everyday use. And of course, the inclusion of a headphone jack and micro SD slot is a big plus for gamers who want wired audio and more storage options. On the flip side, keep in mind you're dealing with an LCD panel that won't produce the punchy colors or deep contrast found on more expensive phones. It's acceptable, but visuals might look a bit bland during gameplay. Touch response is okay but doesn't match pricier phones. Plus, if you're into the most graphically intense games or future AAA mobile games, don't expect rock-solid performance. You might hit frame rates that dip below comfortable levels, unless you dial back graphic settings significantly. So the question is, can this phone game? If you're a casual or semi-casual gamer looking for an ultra-budget phone, the Meizu mBlu 21 is a decent pick. However, if you're aiming to play the latest GPU-heavy releases at higher frame rates, this phone's limitation will become apparently quickly. And that's it! What device would you like us to do a game review next? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and also visit our website gaming.yugatech.com for more gaming stuff, news, and reviews. This is Brian, and see you again on the next one.